Boyle and I'm quitting alcohol. So they're banning some words at my kids' school. Words I haven't even heard of. New slang words for this whatever generation they are. They're not Zoomers. They're fucking something else. They're the one under it or the one under that. But apparently there's some fucking words that the fucking establishment, the authorities don't like. And a couple of them are Ohio, which apparently means cringe. Apparently kids just go, Ohio. I think it's got to do with Ohio being a shithole. So they've banned that at school. And another fucking word like skibbity toilet or some shit like that. Some lame ass fucking shit the new kids are saying. Try taking a faggot or a retard or your mum's a whore straight to the fucking forehead. Straight between the eyes, you fucking dog cunt. Ohio, skibbity doodah. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck these words mean. My son told them to me today. My wife warned me. And do you know what I told him? I said, you can say those fucking words in class. I don't give a fuck what they say. Say Ohio if you need to. Don't say it in the house because it's fucking annoying to me. And this isn't a democracy. In the house is not a democracy. I am the benevolent dictator. And even sometimes people might even call me just a dictator. But when you get to school, fucking go for your life. Ohio to your heart's content. Because if you get in trouble for that and they need to see me down there, they're going to fucking hear from it. They're going to hear a whole fucking 15-minute diatribe about my fucking position as a free speech maximalist. Even though I can barely say it. I mean all speech. Just say it. I don't give a fuck. You've got to have free speech. I know people are throwing the fucking free speech shit around. And I think one of the caveats is hate speech. You have to ban hate speech. I don't even think I'm into that. And I think this podcast is evidence. I think it's just fucking freedom of speech or no freedom of speech. And this is what I'll be saying to the teacher, to the grade 3 teacher. I'll be like, hey, did you listen to fucking 82 hours of fucking Murray Rothbard, Conceived in Liberty? Do you know every single fucking detail of the founding of colonial America and the shit they went through just to get their free speech? It was a bloodbath, okay? We can't go through that bloodbath again. There's already enough bloodbaths. Without free speech, it's a bigger bloodbath. If we need to let a few racist cunts say the N-word and a few fucking 8-year-old dweebs say Ohio, we've got to fucking let them. Because once you lose the right to fucking speak any words, then you've got to use a gun to get them back. Do you know one thing I've realized after I'm not 80 hours into the Murray Rothbard Conceived in Liberty thing. I am 22 hours in with 46 hours remaining. And the one thing that strikes me, because I thought I was going to listen to this book and I would remember dates and names and all that sort of shit. But it's impossible. There's too many dates, too many names. I'm fucking jackhammering as well. I've got the earbuds in at work. I'm jackhammering. I'm welding plastic. I'm listening passively. But what I'm doing is pattern recognition. And basically, I've come to the conclusion so far that if you haven't fought for your freedom, I mean now, individually, at any point in time, then you have no freedom. Every single group, every single fucking time anyone got a little piece of freedom in colonial USA, the fucking cunts just came in and fucking took it away. And that's not just England, that's not just the crown. It was oligarchs, it was merchants, it was other fucking religions. It was other fucking countries. It was just a fucking nightmare. It has been from day dot. And the people who fought for their freedom and got a little bit of freedom, I haven't even got up to the revolution yet. These are just like little rebellions, the glorious revolution in New York. The ones that succeed get their freedom and then for a little while ride that freedom. They also turn authoritarian eventually. That was another pattern. As soon as an oppressed people, religion, ethnicity, country, whatever, anyone who's been oppressed, as soon as they fought their way through the oppression and managed to get into a position of power, they then eventually became the oppressor every single time. But these groups like the Quakers, Pennsylvania was a free anarchic state for a little while, like way back in the day, like late 1600s, like 1695 and shit like that. Pennsylvania was actually a Quaker founded state, colony, they called it. And the Quakers, out of all the fucking people in colonial USA, they sounded like the only ones that weren't bloodthirsty maniacs. They treated the Indians with respect. I don't know how they treated the black slaves. That hasn't come up yet. But they're pacifists and anti-everything. They're just pure God lovers. I don't know what they ended up later. Maybe they fucked up. But up until 1700, they're all right. But back to my fucking original point. As soon as a colony got their freedom from the crown or from persecution or whatever, it wasn't like, kick back and just relax. As soon as you get freedom, the powers that be, any powers that be, are on you like a fucking rash to get it back. So to be free, you have to have fought for your freedom and continually fight for your freedom. So what happened in colonial USA was people would fight for their freedom. It would last a little while and the crown would just pressure. Oligarchs would pressure, merchants, fucking people with money, landowners, companies, just the pressure to take the fucking freedom away. And even if they did fight off all that, eventually the people who fought for the freedoms die. And the next people come over who have just had the freedoms handed to them, have never had to fight for them, and they forget what fucking it took to get these freedoms, and then they just go corrupt. And then the powers that have been trying to take the freedom away this whole time are still there, still trying to fucking take it. So freedom is a fucking messy game. And one of the things you need is the freedom of speech. That is the main one. If you haven't got that, you're not getting any of the other ones. And the other ones are fucking hard enough to get anyway. I definitely recommend cunts listen to this book, even though it is fucking brutal. It's like a full day's work listening to this. It's just a lady speaking in monotone the whole time about dates and facts and fucking religions and what happened. And it's a history book written by an economist, a libertarian economist. Anyway, fucking that'll do it for tonight. We've got the Jenny Diaries coming out. I'm going to fucking have to do it after work tomorrow. We have fucking E-Rock. The big man, E-Rock E-Dog. My man in Canada, we had a great chat about fucking boozing, about losing friends, about fucking getting hit by cars, about drink driving, all sorts of stuff. E-Rock's a maniac. He came out to the fucking show in Toronto. You've all heard from him. He's sent in a couple of fucking fucked up Fridays. Anyway, I'll get that out tomorrow. So If you want to listen to that, join the Patreon, boylecomedy.com. That's it. I'm out of here. See you the fuck later.